Hey everybody, this is Adam from YMS, and I'm just here to explain to you exactly what this video is. Essentially, when we recorded episode 1, the Oscar discussion took a lot longer than initially anticipated, and I ultimately felt as though leaving the whole thing in kind of ruined the pacing of our first episode. It also didn't really give much opportunity for everyone to be involved in the discussion because there were a lot of films that I guess only I had seen. So here's the rest of the Oscars discussion that was removed from Sardonicast episode 1 for those of you who are interested in hearing it. Thank you and enjoy. All right, let's talk about the other noms real quick here. Let's see. We got lead actor Timothée Chalamet.
Nope.
For Call Me by Your Name. I wouldn't be upset about that. Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread would definitely not be upset about that. Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out. I mean, like he was great. Don't get me wrong, he was great.
They're all good.
These
are all good actors.
The two I've listed before, I would consider better. Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour, haven't seen it. And Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel-esque, which nobody saw.
Nope.
Yeah, I was like, what film was he in?
Yeah.
Like, what?
They just nominated him because he's Denzel Washington.
Yeah, that is literally it.
It's like Meryl Streep. They just always nominate her, even if she's not in a movie.
You know what's fucking sad? This is the same director as Nightcrawler. And, and this is what gets the best actor and not Jake Gyllenhaal didn't get a nom for Nightcrawler?
Oh, God.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like, that was a little sad.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a snub.
I don't know why.
We got lead actress. Sally Hawkins for The Shape of Water. Would not be upset about that. Frances McDormand for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Would not be upset.
Pick.
Alex, do you have any? Yeah, your pick? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be
Margot Robbie for I, Tonya. Haven't seen it yet. Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird. Wouldn't be upset about it. She was really good. Although there were like maybe a couple points where I could hear her Irish accent coming through a little. But other than that, she did a great job. Meryl Streep for The Post. You have enough nominations. Nope. Get out of here.
Yeah, I just really don't want it to win. It's so boring now. Like,
yeah, get out of here, Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
You've had your turn. I don't even know. You know, it's just like everybody just loves her at the Academy. Like she's, I sense some collusion. Although she is a great actress. Let's be real. She's awesome.
Yeah, she always does a good job.
I mean, if you got to push somebody out of the category to get somebody else in, we've had enough Meryl Streep. She like how many nominations has she had? Let's see.
It's just like a point that it's just a waste of like a nomination. Like you might as well just add her as a +1. Like, and even if she's not in a movie, have an Oscar. Just have their own category for Meryl Streep.
The best Meryl Streep performance.
Yeah.
Goes to Meryl Streep. I think there was one year she wasn't in a movie and she got the Lifetime Achievement Award or some other award.
Yeah, I believe that.
And gave a speech. Like, that's how embedded in the system she is.
Oh wait, here we go. Nominations.
Oh, you found it.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 nominations.
Jesus.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I believe it.
That must be the most anyone's ever like.
Yeah, she's got the record for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. She's got the record for like actress nominations.
I think she's won twice or 3 times.
Yeah, like 3 times, yeah. We got Best Director. We got Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan.
I really want him to win it, but he won't.
Yeah.
You want Nolan to win?
After we say these, I guess I'll say who got snubbed, although you can probably guess it already. We got Jordan.
I know Nolan will never win. That's why I want him to win. This is the closest he's got.
We got Jordan Peele for Get Out. I wouldn't, that would be fine. Like I said, the like in the head sequences were really creative and well done, and it had great acting.
Stuff,
I don't consider there aren't really any things about the movie that I would consider like bad filmmaking, and it's a very, very impressive directorial debut as well. I mean,
it is.
It just didn't work as well as a horror movie for me in terms of just the lighting and everything about it.
It was trying to be a few things. It was trying to be a few things at once. It wasn't just trying to be like a horror movie,
Yeah, but I think hearing him talk about it, I think he made a different movie. He thinks he made a different movie. He thinks he made a more serious movie than I think
I don't know.
Because to me, I take it as a total comedy, basically.
Yeah.
There's very.
I take all the jump
elements.
scares as jokes. Yeah, I don't know.
We got Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird. I disagree, quite honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
great writing. I wouldn't say that she did a great job directing. It was a very, very, very commendable first film, but I don't see anything about the directing that I would call good, like exceptional.
There wasn't even much style.
It was a very uninspired presentation from a directing standpoint, and there's nothing about it that stood out directing wise. PTA, Paul Thomas Anderson for The Phantom Thread.
Ooh, I wouldn't be disappointed.
I don't think he's gonna get it. I wouldn't be disappointed, but still, I mean, I don't know.
Has he ever won?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't think so.
And then we got Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water, which I would be fairly... Yeah, I think that's probably the most realistic winner there. I think Guillermo's probably going to win.
My pick, probably.
I think that Denis Villeneuve got fucking snubbed.
Yeah.
Me too.
That would be my choice if he was on there.
Wow, really?
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think that was the best directing of the year was Villeneuve for Blade Runner 2049. So
yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I don't disagree with you guys, but I think he did a great job. Interesting. I think he'll have his due one day. Hopefully.
Oh,
I really hope so.
Here's a good one. Animated feature. The Boss Baby.
Yes, Boss Baby, absolutely.
Oh,
100%.
What a disaster.
Have you seen it?
You know what? I basically saw it because I was on a plane.
I've seen it.
I was on a plane, and
you've seen it,
and
yeah.
I
oh my fucking God.
I wasn't.
Tell me about this piece of shit.
I wasn't watching it on my own screen, but I was looking over like diagonally at someone else's screen at the movie, and I was like, "This is exactly as bad as I thought it would be." So I watched it with no audio. But it was still I was in pain watching it, even though I had the choice to look away, but it was like a car crash, you know? It was a disaster.
I love how we're talking about Oscar movies, and Alex is like, yeah, I've seen some of them. And then we talk about Boss Baby, and he's like, fuck yeah, Boss Baby! I've seen that shit!
I told you it's my forte, alright?
Watching shitty animated... You saw a fucking Emoji Movie in a theater. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I did.
See, that's one of those things where, at what point can you really claim you're doing it ironically when everybody who watched it ironically is responsible for the movie making so much money that it's going to get a sequel?
Hey, Alex really wanted to see it, all right?
Yeah. Everybody, let's watch it ironically. Oh, what's that? Why are they making a sequel? Geez, why would they ever do that? Because you watched it and paid money for it? Why are they making this? Yeah, you funded it.
Damn it, Alex. I watched it on Pornhub. Come on.
Really?
Yeah. It was... someone put it up on Pornhub, and he was laughing and clapping the whole movie. Like, you heard him in the audience just... And at the end of the movie, he clapped, and he stood up. He gave it a standing ovation. It's still up.
What do you have to say about The Boss Baby, Alex?
Yeah, let's hear it.
It's not good at all. It's very bad. I actually watched it with audio,
really?
Though. But, like... To me, it wasn't that much worse than a lot of the other DreamWorks schlock that's squatted out every year. It had all the DreamWorks quirks that all these terrible DreamWorks animated movies that they just poop out have. Like, it's just only notable because it's a meme and because it's just such a stupid concept.
Yeah. It made a lot of money.
Did it have a dance number at the end?
I can't remember. It had loads of dancing and stuff like that.
Oh, perfect.
You know what's... I fucking... There was this meme going around where it was going around on Twitter. And so I think the Captain Underpants movie came out at a similar point in time, or like months away from...
Yeah, that came out last year.
Which, by the way, did not get nominated.
That
and a lot of people...
What? Movie.
No, it did not. A lot of people really liked it. I didn't even watch it. But there was this fucking meme that was going around where they had the picture of the Boss Baby, and next to it they had the picture of Captain Underpants, and they had budget Captain Underpants was made for significantly less or whatever, however much it was. And then Boss Baby, hundreds of millions of dollars. And then it showed their Rotten Tomatoes score next to each other. And the Rotten Tomatoes score for the Boss Baby was so much lower. And Captain Underpants was so much higher. And then underneath it, there was this text saying like, see, when will Hollywood learn that the amount of money that you pour into something doesn't necessarily make it good? Wow, look at how much they screwed up here. And I was just like, and this got retweeted like tens of thousands of fucking times, and all I was thinking was,
stupid.
you fucking idiots, to assume, like, you think that the producers and the studio heads at like Sony and DreamWorks are thinking like, oh wow, I wish we would have had a better Rotten Tomatoes score. Look at the fucking money it made. The Boss Baby made so much fucking money. The Boss Baby was so much more infinitely successful in terms of monetary value than Captain Underpants. You think you're teaching the filmmakers some kind of fucking moral lesson here? Like, oh yeah, you should just care more about what you produce. It doesn't matter about how much money you throw into it, as long as you add lots of heart and love, then you'll get a really good Rotten Tomatoes score. What the fuck?
But
as if they don't
the
know
animation in the Boss Baby, like, it shows that they put money into it. Like, as stupid and bad as that film is, like, the animation and the quality of it is quality.
Yeah.
And I would argue that there are things in Captain Underpants that some of the criticisms I'd have are budgetary, in how you can see they're restrained a little bit by how low the budget is for that
Would
movie.
you call Captain Underpants a better film?
Yes.
Well, see, wow, then maybe they should learn.
Hollywood's got to learn a lesson.
Yeah, if you want Alex to say that your movie was better, why don't they learn that it's not about how much money you throw into it? It's about the love and caring about a project. Wow, they're so stupid for having made billions of dollars off of these titles.
What about, like...
Wow, if only they had just done differently.
What about all the Illumination movies that are made for shit all money and they make billions?
And those, the animation isn't even
Yeah, exactly. They have horrible animation.
Fucking recycling assets.
Yeah. Did they make Ferdinand?
No, they made Despicable Me 3, Minions.
Oh, those. Yeah, you're right.
Hop, crap like that.
Man.
By the way, Boss Baby 2 coming out 2021.
Good.
I believe
just
it.
looked it up.
I can't wait.
March 26th. They have an exact date.
We've
the Lego
got
Batman movie was also snubbed.
Oh yeah, that too. But
I didn't even. Yeah,
because they're good.
Okay, I haven't even seen Lego Batman.
It's good.
Oh, yeah,
it's not as
I'm
good as
sure
Lego.
I'll
It's not
watch it
Lego
and be
movie,
like,
but-
that was fine. But holy fuck, 2014, the Lego movie itself got snubbed. Like that was that was embarrassing. Holy fuck!
And that movie's kind of a masterpiece.
And
it is.
I would say, in terms of animated movies,
that's
it's
one of the
top 5
one of the best
ever.
animated movies to come out in this fucking decade.
It's
in
brilliant.
the 2000s.
Absolutely.
And it's so funny how little they seem to care about this category, because it's like, okay, well, the Oscars are owned, they show on ABC, and ABC is owned by Disney. It's basically just the Pixar category anyway at this point, So it's like there's no fucking point even trying, honestly. Remember,
they clearly don't care.
It was the most embarrassing moment at the Oscars for me was in the for the 2015. I guess they call them the 2016 Oscars for the 2015 movies, but the animated feature nominations were something Inside Out,
Shot in the Sheet,
Inside Out, and Anomalisa. And obviously, I was rooting for Anomalisa, although I didn't consider it to be likely at all. There was no fucking way it was going to win. And when they presented the animated feature category, you know how usually, if it's a best actor category, you get like some other random actor to show up and, list the nominations. For the best animated feature category, they had an animated skit of Woody and Buzz announcing the fucking category and giving the award to Inside Out. And it's like, it's basically like, there was no chance. Like, you shouldn't even try. If Pixar gave an award to themselves. Pixar gave a fucking award to themselves. Is that not fucked up?
Yes.
I think that's pretty fucked up.
I've never thought of it like that.
They literally gave an award to themselves. It pissed me off. Other times for the animated category, like you can look back and see, animated sequences from like The Simpsons where, it's kind of a cute thing to just, it's animated. They're going to announce the animation category, but you can't have Pixar give Pixar an award. Although I guess you don't really fucking care because the Oscars, ABC, it's all just Disney anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
There was one year, I think, Rango won instead of a Pixar movie. I think that was the year Cars 2 came out.
Oh yeah,
They can.
But
That would be taking
that's
a piss.
it. That's the
They
only
don't
time I
even
can
pretend.
think. And Rango's pretty good too.
yeah. They're like, we didn't try.
Rango's a damn good movie.
Rango was good. I really enjoyed it. I'd like to see it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Rango's
The
great.
animation in Rango
Gore
is
Verbinski.
awesome.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And I love the way they've recorded it live action first and then animated
Oh,
over
I didn't
it.
even know that.
It's that's why the performances are so like, you know.
Yeah, Gore
Full
Verbinski
of
is a
life.
very interesting director in terms of his filmography. He's
He
got
is.
Mouse Hunt. He's got Pirates of the Caribbean 1 through 3, I think. He directed all the first 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got The Cure for Wellness. He's got Rango, and he's got The Ring. So, like,
Yeah.
all
And then-
these, like, family adventure movies, like, debatably kids' movies in there, and The Ring. And it's so weird how he's able to just adapt to these different styles so flawlessly.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
He does a
That's
great job.
talent.
Yeah, he went from animated to horror
Yeah.
to, again, family adventure.
Crazy.
And he seems, I mean, obviously Cure for Wellness wasn't very good, but it looks great and has good things about it. It's nice to see him try different things, I guess.
All right, we got other animated features that are nominated. The Breadwinner. Couldn't even find a way to watch that one. Coco, it's gonna win. I haven't seen it, but it's gonna win for sure. 100%.
Yeah, it's gonna win.
It's gonna
Yep.
win.
100%.
Pixar!
Ferdinand, don't want to watch it.
Nope.
Loving Vincent was bad. I watched it. It wasn't good.
Really?
It was,
Yeah, that's a shame.
fucking
I heard.
boring.
Well, I like the gimmick of it.
yeah, it's a waste, essentially. Without the
Yeah.
gimmick, it would have no attention and no one would see it. Animated short, we're skipping over that because nobody's seen any
Yep.
of them. And
Yeah, no one cares.
adapted screenplay, we got Call Me by Your Name. That'd be an awesome win, I think. The Disaster Artist, no.
No.
I mean, I enjoyed the movie, but I mean, it shouldn't win that category. We got Logan.
It's not a bad script either, but it's just nothing special.
We got Logan, which I haven't seen yet. Have you guys seen Logan?
Oh, you haven't?
All
I
right.
think it's very good. I don't know about best
Really?
screenplay, but I think
Yeah,
for
it seems
what
like a
is,
weird
it's
one
Really,
I'll be watching it before the Oscars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think Hugh Jackman, honestly, if they had nominated him for Best Actor, I would not be
Oh, really?
disappointed at all.
Okay.
Or Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah,
I think both of them were pretty goddamn
Yeah.
terrific.
yeah. Yeah, they were.
It's just,
So,
whenever a superhero movie comes out and people say, no, it's actually good, I can never tell if it's still going to be shit. Because
Yeah.
people say that about movies
know.
like Captain America 2, you know? People
Mhm.
say that. People say that about a lot of shit.
Like, oh, it should get an Oscar.
That's why I haven't
And
seen.
I'm like, nah, Logan should get an Oscar.
That's why I haven't
Not-
seen
not-
Coco yet. Is because people say that about every fucking Pixar movie that comes out. They're like, no, this
Yeah.
was the best thing ever made.
Mhm.
And I go and watch it. I'm like, well, it's fine. Like, stop, calm down a little. It's a very accessible, fine movie. And I'm, like I said earlier, I want to watch things that are exceptionally bad or exceptionally great.
Yeah.
I
See, I think with Logan, I know there are things you're not going to like about that movie, but at
Me
the same
too.
time, I think you'll see
it's
things
far
to
from
appreciate.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We got Molly's Game, which I haven't seen yet. Aaron Sorkin wrote it.
Me neither.
And
Yeah, Aaron Sorkin, he knows what he's doing.
we got
Yeah.
I'm
Mudbound.
not disappointed by that.
Mudbound. I have not seen yet. Did you see it?
Is that the straight to Netflix one?
Yeah, it is. I started watching it
I
the
think
other
I
day.
did see it.
Oh,
It's
fine.
I don't know about best screenplay. There's a lot of narration in it that's completely pointless and annoying,
Yeah.
but I guess it's fine.
I
don't know.
We got original screenplay, The Big Sick. I haven't seen it.
Didn't see
Get
it.
Out.
I've seen it. I mean,
What do you
Oh, you
have to
have?
say
Tell me
about
about
The
Big
Big
Sick.
Sick?
it's one of those films where it's the kind of thing I would normally really hate, but I wound up really enjoying it just because of how natural everything felt. These bunch of comedians coming together making a movie can be really obnoxious sometimes.
Oh, of course.
But I don't know. There's like a true heart to it, and you can tell it's based on a true story. I really enjoyed it, but I don't know for best original screenplay particularly. The dialogue was well written, but it had that kind of improv feel. So I don't know if I even count that really in the same league as the others.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't seen it, so
That's the thing. How do you even nominate these movies for best screenplay?
Yeah, it's quite a
the
weird
screenplay.
Yeah.
It just seems like they listen to the dialogue and they take that as screenplay.
I feel like
I don't even understand the category really.
I feel like the Academy doesn't even watch every movie they vote on, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
I'm not even kidding.
I agree with you.
No,
Especially the animated ones. There's no fucking way they saw
that,
most
there was
of
that
those.
article that
they watched Coco.
there was this article on something, I forget what website it was on, but it was just like this big expose of like how little the Academy cares about the animated category. They essentially got these anonymous Academy voters. I don't know if they interviewed them or if they just got quotes from them, but they were saying things like, "Hi, I didn't even watch it. Like, lol, this is a kids movie." Like, just dumb shit where it's just like, do you not care about what you're doing? You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a fucking joke. Ban the Oscars. Hashtag Oscars so bad.
They are pretty shit, to be honest. Like I hold no weight to like any opinion they hold.
You know,
like
yet we're talking about them.
Well, you know
it's
what?
Still interesting to talk about.
The thing is, they turn normal people onto kind of movies they would never watch.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, I like
so
that.
For that, I do like it.
All the fucking normies.
Yeah, the damn normies who watch Transformers movies. They're like, oh, what's this gay movie? The two gay guys? Oh, the Lone Ranger's in it? We got to see it, honey.
Well, you know, here's my thing about the Oscars is like it doesn't make me feel as though a film is better or worse, and I don't, you know, there are so many wins and nominations where they're just obviously uninformed or political choices or whatever that you can't really trust or respect the Oscars as this body of deciding the best qualities of each film. However, every film that gets nominated and or wins, they have a sort of badge of honor, and it increases their sales too. And so, you know, my favorite director, Michael Haneke, the 2 times that he got Best Foreign Language nomination, and I believe he won both of those years, or at least one of them. And for one of them, he got Best Cinematography also as a nomination. Like, I felt really happy for him because, like, here's a director that I've been watching for so long, and I've just, like, on my own channel with my audience that, you know, it doesn't reach everywhere. I have a decent sized audience, but nowhere near the size of the Oscars. I've been trying to promote him as somebody I love, and then I see him getting so much more promotion on this mainstream scale. I'm just happy for him, you know? And so I think even though the Oscars don't matter, they kind of matter in different ways. They shouldn't matter, but they do have an impact on the film industry and the individuals who do get nominations and wins from the Oscars.
Despite it being a huge circle jerk for all the celebrities.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
And they're, you know, it's fun to watch and make fun of too. So.
Yeah.
It is, because there's always embarrassing stuff.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I really have issue with the categories. The categories, most of them make no sense. Like the screenplay one, like just the best. Like, I don't even know how you determine what the best directing is. What do you even consider?
Yeah, it's so strange.
Do you consider, like, in terms of performances, in terms of the shot composition?
It's a subjective thing in every category. It's just subjective. Like,
I kind of take it as like how hard it was to make in terms of technical skill you need to make a movie.
I think,
like, I guess The Revenant was more impressive technically than, I don't know, a Spotlight.
I think you're.
So it gets best whatever.
I think you're putting a lot more thought into it than the Academy does.
Yeah. How about the foreign film? I think only one movie per country gets nominated. Is that how it
the
works?
Country submits what their nomination, and then they may get nominated by the Academy or they may not.
Yeah, and that's bullshit. Because South Korea puts out like fucking 4 or 5 great movies a year, and they got to pick one.
It's so that the Academy themselves aren't expected to actually watch foreign films.
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty much why. It's because they wouldn't want these like rich white people to have to go outside of their element and try to, you know, watch films that aren't just spoon-fed to them by these gigantic corporations in America. So,
Sardonicast, everybody.
Well, original screenplay, Big Sick. We got Get Out, We got Lady Bird, we got Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah.
All of them fine. I haven't seen The Big Sick though. I don't think that has a good chance at winning though. So
I have a feeling
really
it does. I think it's between Big Sick or Billboards. Yeah.
I think Lady Bird's gonna get screenplay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm alternating between 3 Billboards and Lady Bird for most of these.
It's like it's the award that it would make the most sense to give to Lady Bird, and it has to get something.
Yeah.
Greta wrote it too, right?
She did a great job writing,
as far as I know. Yeah. So you know what? I think it's going to go to Lady Bird, and Best Picture is going to go to 3 Billboards.
Yeah.
And that's my pick.
Who knows? We got cinematography. Roger Deakins. I think he should win.
There's one answer.
Absolutely,
There's one
not
answer.
even a doubt.
Blade Runner 2049. Roger Deakins. This year's Roger Deakins is like 2015's Leo DiCaprio, where they've been nominated so many times, and it's just like, why won't you win? And now there's such a big online sort of meme at this point. Like the Roger Deakins one will never be as big as the Leo DiCaprio one.
Obviously.
But there's enough people that really want this to happen that the Academy is like, yeah, probably. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
I was happy to see him nominated.
Yeah. It was it would be
I don't even think anything comes close.
Darkest Hour, Dunkirk,
great,
Mudbound, Shape of Water, like all of those I don't think have nearly as good cinematography as Blade Runner 2049. And I haven't seen some of them. Like I haven't seen Mudbound or Darkest Hour, but even just, from the trailer, promotional footage or whatever, like it's nowhere close. So,
yeah. Not just like how fucking gorgeous it looks, how complicated every shot is. And how every shot is a mix of moving lighting and visual effects. It's insane.
Yeah.
How beautiful that movie is. Nothing even comes close.
It's some of the best cinematography of like the decade, honestly.
I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I'm pretty young,
it's the best I've ever seen.
I'm only 20.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
What do I know?
You're just a fucking baby.
I'm only 10 years old. What do I know?
I
think Boss Baby should get Best Picture.
We got Best Documentary Feature. I'll just list all of them. Abacus, Small Enough to Jail, Faces, Places, Icarus, Last Men in Aleppo, and Strong Island. Let me just assume that none of you have seen any of them.
Nope.
No fucking clue.
Apparently, just based off of general overall responses, it seems like Faces, Places would probably be the best out of them, but I haven't seen them. I started watching Abacus the other night, and it was kind of boring and just seemed really unimportant in terms of the story it was trying to tell. Like it didn't need to be a feature. Like it could have just been an interesting read, but anyway. Skipping documentary short subject. Skipping live action short. We got Best Foreign Language Film. A Fantastic Woman. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. 7 out of 10. You guys seen it?
Haven't seen it.
Okay, nobody.
I haven't seen it.
Nope.
The Insults. I have not seen. I'm assuming you guys have not. We got Loveless from Andrei Yezgantsiev, or however you say his fucking Russian name. I want this to win. I thought it was amazing. You guys should definitely see it. You haven't seen it? Yeah, check out Loveless. I've like every film that I've ever seen from this director has been fantastic. Every other movie that I've seen from him show up in my top of the year list. We've got On Body and Soul, which is on Netflix, at least the Canadian one right now. I watched it last night, and it was fucking boring and stupid.
Oh, really?
I really did not enjoy that movie, and I really wanted to. It seemed to have good reviews, and parts of it are well shot and kind of interesting at the beginning, but like it goes on. It's a 2-hour long film. It was about an hour through the movie before anything really started moving forward at all. It felt lame. Lame would be the word I would use to describe how I felt about that movie. And then finally we got The Square, which I watched. I don't know if you guys watched.
Nah.
I really want to watch it. Probably next week.
It was really good. I would say it has its flaws. You can watch my review if you really want me to get detailed about it, I guess. But I would consider it better than A Fantastic Woman. Although A Fantastic Woman has a really good shot at winning. I would prefer Loveless. I don't think The Square should win. And Loveless totally deserves it more than A Fantastic Woman. Would not be super disappointed if A Fantastic Woman won, just because I think it has a really good shot, but whatever. We got film editing. We got The Boss Baby Driver. Uh,
Yeah, I think Baby Driver.
I think it will.
I'm
I think
with
it
you.
will. I think it's got it.
Yeah.
There's no
It just
way
has to.
because otherwise we got Dunkirk, I, Tonya, Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards. I haven't seen I, Tonya yet. There's certain things about the Oscars, like categories and their choices for winners, where it's so apparent that they oftentimes choose the most obvious answer. So it's like, I think Baby Driver had great editing regardless, but it is also the most obvious editing. When you think editing, you think Baby Driver, right?
Yeah.
You know, so
It was the conceit of the film, though, wasn't it? So, like, you'd hope
that's
so.
the whole
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
it was I would say it's the best editing regardless, but it has a really good shot at winning because it's so fucking in your face, the editing in that movie.
Yeah. Same thing with the sound design or sound mixing.
Sound editing category, Baby Driver.
Sound editing, Baby Driver.
Blade Runner 2049, I would not be disappointed at all.
Either.
Dunkirk.
Some excellent
Dunkirk.
No.
Well, no, hold up, Ralph. We're on sound editing, not sound mixing.
Oh,
those are
that's
different.
Right. That's right.
So we got
I'm a fucking
we got
idiot.
Dunkirk for
I'm
sound
so
editing. We got Shape of Water.
No.
And we got Star Warrior: The Last Jedi.
Really?
For sound editing. It's one of those things where like they
I
always
guess.
give those fucking categories to the big fucking, you know, when they run out of things and they're like, well, we got to give it to one more. They just go, what is the big blockbuster that we can use to say, hey, everybody, all these people that watched this gigantic blockbuster, well, it's Oscar nominated. You want to watch the Oscars, don't you? You know, whether it deserves it or not, it's advertising. It's like
then Disney can announce it. They could be like, Star Wars is nominated for 2 Oscars.
Yeah, have Woody and Buzz announce it.
You don't care
again.
about. Yeah.
I'd say Baby Driver for that one again.
I would say Baby Driver or Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, that would be my choice after Baby Driver. It's just so integral to that film. It's like the whole point of the film is the editing and
Baby
sound.
Driver realistically has the best shot, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We got sound mixing. Baby Driver again. Again, I think it has a really good shot. Blade Runner 2049, I would agree with, and you know, I wouldn't be disappointed.
That'd probably be
at
my
all.
choice.
Dunkirk, nah.
No,
Sound
definitely
this is mixing. Shape of Water, sure. And then Star Warrior: The Last Jedi. The exact same fucking I just realized they're the exact same 5
just
movies
copy and
for
pasted it.
sound editing and
They probably
sound
don't even
mixing.
know what it is.
They probably
They
I
don't.
don't. The Academy. I don't expect them to know the difference between sound editing and sound mixing. Really,
No.
Nah,
Who
That's
gives
kinda
a shit?
funny.
Whatever.
I barely. Can
they
tell
are the
difference.
exact same nominations.
Yeah, they are.
That's so funny.
They
They're
just
not
don't give a
different at
shit.
all. They just
Dude, they watched the
farted that
movie on
out.
mute. They don't fucking know.
Yeah.
They're watching.
They watched it on an airplane with those shitty like earbuds.
You know
they give
what I want to know is like they watch DVD screeners for a lot of them. Like, how can you really accurately like?
Yeah.
If you're watching it in
that's
DVD
true.
quality, can you really accurately judge things like special effects or like computer animation achievements or cinematography?
That's true.
It really depends on a lot of these. I would say you have to get like a real theater experience for anyway. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Blade
you're right.
Runner and Dunkirk
Yeah,
specifically.
yeah.
Those are, I think,
Whereas a lot of these are like DVD screeners, like especially like sorry foreign language films. There's no fucking way the Academy watched you in theaters. Like Jesus.
Yeah.
Then we got production design. We got Beauty and the Beast. Haven't seen it yet.
No.
No. Have you seen it?
No.
Nope.
I've seen enough from it to know that.
probably gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Uh,
It has a something on Rotten Tomatoes.
we
It has
got Blade Runner 2049. Would not be disappointed. We got Darkest
Yeah,
Hour.
that should win.
Haven't seen it. Dunkirk and The Shape of Water.
I think Shape of Water for that, but I'd want Dunkirk to win.
The three,
Not Dunkirk. I'm sorry.
Blade Runner?
Blade Runner. Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
the
Yeah,
three
for
that
me,
I
it's
have
between
seen.
Shape of Water and Blade Runner.
All three of those, I would say, I would be okay with.
Yeah.
I really no strong feelings one way or the other for production design. We got original score, Hans Zimmer for Dunkirk. I think that, you know,
That's gonna win.
What I love about Hans Zimmer's score, especially in like Tarantino, or sorry, wow, especially in Nolan films, is there seems to be a lot of really interesting like subtext and thought put into how he orchestrates his scores. So I don't know if you
Yeah,
ever
there is.
saw that video that was dissecting the score for Inception. Basically, the bomb kind of that huge like double hit score that he made is very, very similar, almost identical to if you slow down that French song that was played whenever they go into the dream. Yeah. And so it's like he used
cool. Oh wow.
Yeah, and so
really?
like the whole theme of the film with time slowing down to an X amount while they're in each layer of the dream, and that song is playing in the real world because that's what they use to get to sync up. And it's just I love how much thought is put into it, and I love how he used things like stopwatches and like other sounds in the Dunkirk soundtrack. And there's clearly a lot of thought and care put into it. There was this analysis video done where I think it was from Vox or something, where they talked about this method of creating tension by building up layers of crescendoing audio in a way where it seems as though it goes on forever. I think it wasn't just a crescendo, but like a scale climbing, essentially. So like the notes go up and then they're replaced with a faded in version of lower notes also going up, so that your brain thinks that it's always going up, but in reality it's kind of like a loop.
I saw that video too. That was really interesting. The chemistry those two have, they clearly plan out basically the entire score before they even go into anything else. It seems like they're great. And just Hans Zimmer in general, like when he composed the soundtrack for The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the amount of thought he put into that.
He lied
especially
to
the
me.
rapping.
He hates me.
Yeah, hates me.
To me, Hans Zimmer's like really up and down with the quality. When he works with Nolan, he tends to be the best for me. But there are some really weird ones in there that he's done. Like, I really didn't like.
You didn't like the Dunkirk score, right? From what I remember,
I appreciate the production of it, but it's not one I particularly like. Because there's this problem I'm having with Hans Zimmer with Nolan now, where it's all kind of starting to sound the same. Like, if you go back and listen to certain songs from, if you go back to songs from The Dark Knight, even, and then compare them to songs. Yeah, The Dank Knight. And then you go to Dunkirk, and it's like, wow, there are some real similarities, like with the ticking. He's been using that for years now. All these techniques that I'm just like, I'd quite like to see something new and fresh with him and Nolan, because Nolan, he likes noise, He doesn't like... He likes this atmospheric thing that you're saying about, where it's really melded in with the themes and the story and all that, but it doesn't always work that well for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see something new, something fresh from them working together.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
I think their score for Interstellar was the best. That's the most different thing I think they've done together.
Yeah, I mean,
I like that one. I just found that one
score.
a little bit repetitive.
All right.
Yeah, we got.
Fuck you too, Alex.
We got next original score. We got Phantom Thread by Johnny Greenwood. Would not be disappointed at all. I loved.
That's my.
In terms of like a melody that gets stuck in your head, and like the composition of like chord progression, and just the overall feel of it. That's my favorite, easily. Like,
absolutely.
I love that the like that piano theme, like dun 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 dun, and it like it gets more frequent as it goes. It reminds me of these there are these like kind of like balls attached to strings that you pull them away from the wall, and the strings like the actual note strings themselves are basically at a vertical angle. You pull the string with the ball on it away from the wall, and you just let it fall, and it kind of creates that exact same feel. And I was wondering if that had to do thematically with the whole idea of like thread for the film. And I just like I love the way that it sounds also, but I just it's that would be my favorite score, easily a win. And I love the composition overall. Like it gets stuck in your head and it works so well.
Yeah. You said it all. You're very smart, Adam.
It's the only one I haven't heard, and I'm really looking forward to hearing it.
Good.
Oh, it's beautiful.
There's the Shape of Water soundtrack. I remember it being good.
Another great one.
I liked it. Yeah.
I don't remember it right now, but I remember it being good. We got Star Wars: The Last Jedi. John Williams. Did he?
It's good.
I mean,
I
like,
love
so
it.
I'm just wondering, like, this is for new material he composed, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, you got all the classics. The new Star Wars still have the old themes kind of in them. I don't know.
There are loads of new themes. In this one, but
It did its job.
And then we got Three Billboards. I haven't seen it in a while. I don't remember the soundtrack.
I think that's the worst thing about Three Billboards was the score. Not that it's bad. It's just very.
I can't even remember it.
It feels like it's from Missouri.
I'll have to.
It's like,
I'll have to.
like a lot of bam, ba-down, ba-down, or whatever. Fucking. I'm like, I'm not into that kind of thing. But it's not a bad score.
Phantom Thread, definitely my favorite score. I really hope Johnny.
I think
Greenwood
Dunkirk's going to win that though.
Really?
Yeah,
Hans
think
Zimmer
it is.
gets nominated so often and doesn't win. Like Hans Zimmer is one of
I
those
just have
guys.
a feeling.
I think he
I've got
won
a
for
feeling.
like The Lion King and then barely anything
He probably won
else.
for Gladiator.
If I had my pick, I would do Good Time, and also a Blade Runner would get nominated.
Oh yeah, the
Good
Good
Times is
Time
really good.
soundtrack.
One of the
What
best
a
things
fucking
about it.
snub.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'd still pick Phantom Thread, but those two should have been nominated.
I would never fucking expect ever for the Academy to enjoy a soundtrack like Good Time.
Yeah.
I think they're
Yeah,
too
yeah.
old.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Me too.
There's no way they could possibly
completely
enjoy that soundtrack. But that is one of the best, craziest soundtracks of the year, and the way that it's utilized, it's so good. I got it on
gorgeous.
vinyl.
Really?
Oh, aren't you cool?
You know what?
Hipster over there.
Vinyl's making a comeback because of hipsters like me. So fuck you.
Yeah.
It is. Good job keeping it alive. We're proud of you.
We got best original song. Mighty River from Mudbound by Mary J. Blige.
Who cares?
Don't give a shit. Mystery
I can't
of
comment
Love.
on any of this.
We got Mystery of Love from Call Me By Your Name, composed by Sufjan Stevens. I want this to
that's
win
original.
so bad. Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, that was
Mystery
a good
of
song.
Love. Look it up.
Mhm.
You got to listen to this song. It's so fucking good. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Coco, but there's a song nominated called Remember Me.
I'm sure it's fine.
I hope it doesn't win over Mystery of Love, but it has the best shot at winning over Mystery of Love, probably.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We've got Stand Up for Something from the film Marshall, which nobody's seen. I haven't seen, you haven't seen.
Yeah.
We've got
Yeah, no one
This
cares.
Is Me from The Greatest Showman,
Yeah.
which was like a Christmas
Wolverine.
release or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just snuck in there.
Yeah,
That's
it was.
the lyricist who did La La Land, right?
I don't know.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies, The Greatest Showman, where all I have to do is look at the poster and realize I do not want to see it.
Yeah, same.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just Hugh Jackman in some gay ass costume and
Yeah.
like this can't be good.
Okay. Hey man, what's your opinion?
That's it for original song. So my bet is definitely Sufjan Stevens, because that's awesome. Everybody should check out that song. It's called Mystery of Love, and you can find it on the YouTubes. What a great artist. Highly recommend his music otherwise. His great albums like Carrie and Lowell and Illinois. Those are my favorite albums from him. So everybody check him out.
Interesting.
Makeup and
Coco's
hair.
gonna win.
We've got makeup and hair design. We've got Suicide Squad again.
Oh, Suicide Squad for sure. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
100%.
We've got The Darkest Hour. We've got Victoria and Abdul, and we've got Wonder. I don't give a shit about this category at all.
Yeah, I, think
I really do not.
either.
And
They don't even give a shit about this category.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's why Suicide Squad won.
Yeah, true.
the Oscar-winning Suicide Squad.
Ugh.
And we've got costume design, Beauty and the Beast. Haven't seen it, but sure. Darkest Hour. Phantom Thread would be an awesome win for costume design because it's a movie about, like, dresses,
Yeah.
and it's
My pick is that.
it's literally a movie about the shit that they're wearing. So
Yeah.
I think the dresses look nice. I mean, I'm a guy, so I don't know. I think girls are better judges of that, but I thought it looked nice.
yeah, I mean, I have no real opinion on it, so
Yeah, me either.
I'm not full blown
give a
gay.
shit.
I'm I'm just really gay.
I'm not full blown gay.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't like dresses?
No.
Okay.
I've only been full blown a couple times.
Ah.
Whoa. Nice.
Sardonicast. The Shape of Water for costume design, sure. And then Victorian Abdul, which I don't know what this fucking Victorian Abdul movie is. I'm gonna look this up right now. Let's see. Judi Dench. And
I saw the trailer for this. It's very,
like,
very English.
Yeah. I saw a poster. It was just her walking with some big guy with a turban. I'm like, all right, I don't know what the fuck this is, but
the tagline is history's most unlikely friendship.
Yeah, it's one of those.
An extraordinary true story of a queen and her new best friend. Do not want to see this shit. That sounds boring.
Dude, it could be great. It
sounds cliched as shit. It just sounds like one of those movies where it's like, for people that want to see something they've already seen because it feels safe, then watch that movie.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like from first glance, anyway.
It's an old people movie.
So yeah, costume design, Phantom Thread would be my pick.
Me too.
Then we got visual effects, which is the last category, the only one I haven't mentioned. Blade Runner 2049, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, no.
I thought it looked great, but
yeah, but I mean, if we're comparing it to Blade Runner 2049,
comparatively to Blade Runner,
flawless visual effects there.
Literally flawless. I mean, half of it was models and shit.
I mean, the visual effects in Blade Runner 2049, it felt like they were just fucking showing off at points, but it never detracted from the movie itself. Like, it felt like there were scenes where they wanted to push the limits of what is capable in visual storytelling, and they did it fucking flawlessly. Like, there's shit in that movie that I've like never seen done before, and it's so incredibly impressive, especially from a visual standpoint. It's insane. And just thinking about like the level of coordination to sync up like those two actresses for the scene where the hologram girl is like syncing with the real girl, and like other parts where Ryan Gosling is kind of going through her, but not really, but you can tell, like, it never feels like they're in different spaces. It never feels like they were recorded in different environments. And so I don't really know exactly how they pulled it off. I would love to fucking watch a special feature or something. I guess I have the Blu-ray now. I could do that at any point. I hope there's some good material on that, but holy crap.
A lot of it was practical.
Oh yeah, of course.
Shocking to me. I just love, there were like little details, like the hologram girl, whenever there was a light source behind her, you could like see it through her a little bit. There's just so many beautiful details like that.
Oh yeah, it's like,
I don't think anything even comes close.
Some of the most impressive visual effects I've ever seen. And so we've also got Kong Skull Island.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's serviceable. I've seen it. Like,
I barely remember it. I guess it looked okay.
Remember what I was saying about the Academy picking the most obvious? You know, it's like, this is a movie that has a lot of special effects in it, clearly, because the characters you're following around are like in green screened environments and the CG monkey and all that shit. You know, so they're like, this movie had a lot of special effects. This will be nominated. That's what I'm talking about. Is like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Alex, do you have anything to say about Kong Skull Island?
I mean, it's almost an animated movie, so it's almost like a different category, you know? Like, compared to, it's the only one that stands out to me as like, that doesn't really belong.
It's
here.
like,
the
I don't
others
know.
I'd say are all good.
That kind of raises a new question, doesn't it? Like, should a film, like if we're talking about visual effects, then could theoretically a film like a Pixar movie just be nominated for visual effects, or is there something against
That's too complex. You're putting too much thought into it.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of curious about, you know, what that would mean
I know what you mean.
For the category ethically. Because there's already a little bit of fuzzy area around something like Avatar winning Best Cinematography, which it did, over the White Ribbon, which, I mean, I thought the White Ribbon had better cinematography. I just feel like, I don't know, if you're filming the whole fucking thing in a green screen warehouse, then, you know, there's no... It's
do everything afterward in a computer.
It's a completely different process than the amount of consideration you'd have to take for, you know, framing in the real world, or like using real light sources and weather and like clouds and shadows and lenses. Well, I guess lenses would be consistent with either of them, but
I believe Gravity won too, right? For
Gravity was another strange,
and that's all
one.
Digital except for their faces, right?
Yeah, and it's like, at what point, like, how close to a film being completely animated can you get and still be nominated for cinematography and or visual effects? Would they ever? Yeah. Have they ever? I guess I don't even know. Have they ever nominated a completely animated film for cinematography and or visual effects? Has that ever happened?
I doubt it.
I don't even remember. Probably.
I would like to know.
But that's where we're headed, Adam. That's where, because they invented this new camera now recently. They invented this camera. It's like $1 million, but it takes a frame it takes the whole scene, it shoots it, and it graphs everything out, makes a 3D model of the scene, and you can just do whatever you want in post. You can change the shutter speed, you can change the ISO,
you can change
everything, right? So one day that's how they'll frame every fucking movie ever. They won't even be able to do anything beforehand.
Can you change the gender of the actors?
You probably could.
Because if Nick Cage was a female, I think he could expand his horizons in terms of casting. I mean, he's already in everything, but now he could be in literally everything.
That's what's holding him back.
Really? There's apparently a new technology where people have used it to put Nicolas Cage on other people. So there's like this...
Really?
There's like a GIF image of Nicolas Cage's face being superimposed on... I think it was from like Batman v Superman or Justice League. There was a female character. I haven't seen any of those from that.
Oh, well, I have to look this up now.
Oh, yeah. Search Nicolas Cage in every movie or something. There's been some articles about it. But there's some weird new technology that you can use that...
Dude, this should win Best Visual Effects.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Fuck
Blade Runner.
Other visual effects, we got Star Wars The Last Jedi, which, sure, I guess maybe it could win, but, I mean, still Blade Runner 2049, I think, had more...
All comparatively to Blade Runner are just nothing. But on their own, they're all pretty good, apart from Kong Skull Island, I'd say.
If we're talking about, like, efforts made and, scale and, the amount of money that they throw into it, I guess, and the amount of people that worked on it, they're probably comparable. But in terms of the final product, Blade Runner 2049 did not have a single fucking moment that looked fake at all. Whereas in Star Wars The Last Jedi, there's plenty. There's plenty of shit that's like, okay, that's just CG dumb.
There is in all the other ones.
Yeah, every other one.
Galaxy has it. Kong Skull Island has it.
Blade Runner's completely seamless.
War for the Planet of the Apes. I'm really hoping it doesn't get it, but it might, because like their whole fucking campaign is, hey, look at how we have this technology that we're using for the actors to be monkeys now.
That's the only good thing about the movie.
Yeah, I mean...
that and the Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it might be them. It's pretty damn impressive.
So yeah, those are the 5 for visual effects, and my answer is definitely Blade Runner 2049. And
yeah, all of ours is, I think.
Yeah.
And that's the complete list of Oscar nominations.
We did it.
That took a while to get through, but hopefully everybody enjoyed our little conversation on that.